Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole flock of Israel, the Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh the Most High, the Heavenly Father. His Hebrew name is Yahweh, not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah. It's Yahweh, and His only begotten Son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshua, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rekah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, really concepted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the occupant pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four ends of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Awad who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah from GMS Atlanta Camp coming into another lesson of truth, facts, faith, and edification. Another day of edification, Lord willing, this be edifying. So I titled this lesson, They Put Us to Shame. Now we are reproving them. So this is the video that I did on my backup channel last week, and they took it down. And it was titled, His Kingdom is Falling because it's a temporary blessing. His kingdom is falling because it's a temporary blessing. Now, they didn't say that it was hate speech, nor was it misinformation. But they took it down and made it private where it can't be seen. But it wasn't given a strike. They just blocked it where it can't be seen nowhere. Only I can watch the video. So I download the video to show. And if you want to watch the lesson, it's on my Odyssey account. My Odyssey account is at GMS in the Truth Orlando. On my Odyssey, you can go watch the video. So I titled this lesson, They Put Us to Shame. Now they are being reproved by us, right? So I'm going to start here in Daniel chapter 7. You see, the Lord set these devils up. And they tell you in Revelation 13 that he gave them a mouth to speak blasphemy against us, against him, first and foremost, against Yahweh Shema Shah, and against the Israelites. So we're going to start here in Daniel 7. This is Daniel 7:25. And see, they are hurt, man, because they are being reproved. They are being reproved, man. They took pride. They took joy in putting us to shame. But now they are being reproved and they can't stand the heat, man. And that old saying, like I keep saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words never hurt me. That's not true, man. According to these scriptures, words do hurt. So this is Daniel 7:25. It reads, talking about this fourth beast, right? Roman Empire. But North America, Babylon the Great is a revised Roman Empire. And they've been doing this to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians since the Greek Empire. But it started with Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. But these Job 9:24 has been doing this to us since the Greek Empire. So this is Daniel 7:25. It reads, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. And these ways of these Job 9:24s are wearing us out, man. Everything that these devils are doing in the earth is wickedness. That's why I tell you in Ezekiel 9:4 that the righteous cry to Yahweh Shema Shah for all the abominations that be done in the earth, man. Okay? So it say he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand unto a time and times and a dividing of times. Right? So you see this is playing out. These devils, they change laws, they set up their statues, right? And the thing that's going on in the earth is wearing out the saints, man. Chemtrail, GMO food, contaminated waters, right? Bestiality laws being passed. You got the Transformers Equality Act laws, right? These abortion clinics, free to do whatever, man. They done legalized marijuana throughout the four corners of the earth, mainly here in Babylon the Great, right? Adultery is promoted. All these different acts, man. And these are the ways that we're at the saints, man. Because we tired of this place. That's why it's in Ezekiel 9, right? They cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, man. Now, this is Revelations 12, Revelations 13 and 5. It reads, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things. You see, like it said in Daniel 7, and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name. And as we know, it tell you in Malachi that the name of the Lord is dreadful among the heathen. So they created dots and dashes called vowel points to change the name of the Lord, man. So we can't call on the name of the Lord. It say to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell therein. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given unto him over the whole, and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations, and all that dwell upon earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of the life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. So you see, it say right here, whose names are not written in the book of the life. The hopeful elect, the elect, their names are written in the book of life, right? But 2/3, their names are not written. So it say, and all that dwell upon earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. And that's 2/3 of Jake following the ways of these devils, man. Okay? But the point I want to make is saying it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And this happened with the Greek Empire, right? Antiochus Epiphanes took down Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, right? That's Daniel 8. This is Daniel 8 and 10. It reads, as a matter of fact, let's read verse 8. It say, therefore the he goat waxed very great, which was Alexander the Great, which it say, and when he was strong, the great horn was broken, and for it came up four noble ones towards the four winds of heaven, which is his four generals. And out of one of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceedingly great towards the south, and towards the east, and towards the pleasant land, and it waxed great even to the host of heaven, and it cast down some of the hosts of the stars to the ground, and stamped upon them. And this is what he did to so-called Negroes, so-called Jamaicans, and so-called Haitians. Okay, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. As it tell you the same in Revelations 13, Revelations 12 and 4 say, and there appeared another wonder, Revelation 12 and 13, and there, Revelation 12 and verse 3, Salakia, and there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head, and his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth, and the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. So this happened with the Greek Empire, all the way to the Roman Empire, man. Okay, came against Jerusalem. They came against Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. So, as the Lord said, that let's get this in Zechariah, I think it's chapter 12. This is Zechariah 12 and 7. It reads, the Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. So the Lord rose up Judah first, right? He rose up Judah and the southern kingdom, Judah and the rest of the southern kingdom. Then he rose up Ephraim and the rest of the northern kingdom. But these devils is being tormented, man, by this truth. So this is Job 21. And the Lord say in Psalms 94, right? This is Psalms 94 and 16. It reads, "Who will rise up for me against the evildoers, or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?" So you go to Job 21. Let's start here at 27. It reads, "Behold, I know your thoughts and devices which ye wrongfully imagine against me. For ye say, where is the house of the prince? And where are the dwelling places of the wicked?" They are being exposed. Through what? Through the words of Yahweh Shema Shah. We know it's saying, where are the dwelling places of the wicked? It's all over, it's throughout the four corners of the earth, man. Because the earth was given to the hand of the wicked. And he is being exposed to say, have ye not asked them that go by the way? Who is them that go by the way? That's talking about the prophets, the messengers, the seers. Okay? Have you not asked them that go by the way? And do ye not know their tokens? See, these devils' tokens in the earth, man. They're being exposed through all their wicked deeds, their wicked acts, man. And the Lord said, what? Shake the hand at them that they may go into the gates of the nobles. Have ye not asked them that go by the way, which are the prophets, the messengers, the seers, and do ye not know their tokens? Right? Everybody is being exposed, man. The Lord say, lift you up a banner upon a high mountain in Isaiah 13. These devils are being exposed, man. The Lord said he's gonna reprove them and set us in order before their eyes. Verse 30 reads, that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. Here is the point. Who shall declare his way to his face? And who shall repay him for what he have done? Now, who's going to declare his way to his face? It's the messengers of the Lord, man, the seers. Okay? And who shall repay him what he have done? That's going to be Yahweh and the angel return. It'll tell you that in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and 8. It reads, and then shall the wicked be revealed, which is the Job 9 and 24, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. The spirit of the Lord's mouth is his messengers, his prophets. Amos 3 and 7. It says, surely the Lord will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants the prophets. Right? And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So after the Lord destroyed this devil by the words of his mouth, right? By letting them know their kingdom is going down, they're gonna be destroyed, right? They shall be given to the burning flame. Then Yahweh shall gonna come and destroy them physically, man. See, this word is destroying these devils emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. But physically, after the word is done destroying them, Yahweh shall gonna return and destroy them physically, man. It say, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So, back in Job 21 and 30, it say, verse 31, who shall declare his way to his face? The messengers of the Lord is declaring these devils' way to their face. And who shall repay him for what he have done? That's going to be Yahweh Shah and the angels, right? So who shall declare his way to his face? The men that the Lord chose to set up, the men that the Lord set up to reveal this message, man. So this is Psalms 50 and 21. It reads, these things has thy done. What do they do? What do they do? Let's read again. It said, these things has thy done, and I kept silent. So let's see the things that these devils did. And the Lord said he kept silent. Daniel 7:25 again reads, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. And which he really ain't. It's the Lord that got the spirit on them doing so. It say, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand unto a time and times and a dividing of times. So it say, and think to change times and laws. So this is what this devil has done, and the Lord kept silent. Okay. Also, let's get this. Now remember, Daniel 7:25 say, and think to change times and laws. That's what this devil did. Also, Isaiah 24 and verse 5 reads, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. You see, these devils have think to change times and laws, man. They transgress the laws of the Lord, right? Change the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Here's another one, Isaiah 10 and 1. They say, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Right? They write their own penal codes, statutes, right? They are draconian measures. Okay? They're draconian constitutions, man. Go back to the Draco, right? This Draco, this Athenian lawgiver that was in the Greek Empire. Okay, he was an Athenian lawgiver, man. You see, they say, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Right? Let's get one more here in Psalms. With that Psalms 94 and 20. So these are the things he have done, man. Changed times and laws, right? Broken the everlasting covenant of Yahweh Shema Shah. This Psalms 94 and 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? You see, that's what they do, man. They frame mischief by laws. So let's read this again, Daniel 7 and 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand unto a time and times and a dividing of times. So this is what this devil have done, man. Okay. So back in Psalm 50, the Lord got them mapped out perfectly, man. Psalms 50 and 21. These things has I done, and I kept silent. And I read it to you. Isaiah 10 and 1, Isaiah 24 and 5, right? Psalms 94 and 20, Daniel 7 and 25. He have changed all the laws, everything that the Lord established. Okay, the land Sabbath. You supposed to till land for 6 years. On the seventh year, you let the land rest, and you find a new spot to grow in. Right? They don't do that. Then they tell me now the food don't have no nutrients in it because they ain't letting the soil rejuvenate the minerals, man. So now they creating GMO food, talking about the world overpopulated. These devils did this, man. The Lord said he kept silent. Right? Now you got GMO foods, chemtrails, the water contaminated that you drink, the water that you bathe in contaminated. The earth is out of course, as the scriptures say, man. All the foundations of the earth are out of course, and it's because of who's in rulership, man. Psalm 50 and 21. These things has thy done, and I kept silent. That thought is that I was altogether such as one of thyself. The Lord said, see, you thought I was with you when you did these things. But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. The Lord said in the last day he was going to raise up the elect men of Israel, which is the hopeful elect, because none of us know who is the chosen. So this is John 6 and 44. This is the words of Yahweh. No man can come to me except the Father which have sent me draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day. So the Lord is raising up these men to reprove Esau, Edom, man. Okay, these Job 9 and 24s. Now, again, Psalms 50 and 21. Because this is what they said. This is what the Job 9 and 24 said in Wisdom of Solomon 2, which I'm going to read. This Psalms 50 and 21 again. These things has thy done, and I kept silent. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. Right? So in Wisdom of Solomon 2, in verse 14, this is what the devil said. It say, let's read some of this. This is what they say. Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 12. It reads, verse 11, as a matter of fact, it say, let our strength be the law and be the law of justice. You see, like I read in Isaiah 24, they transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant of the Lord. So they say right here, Wisdom of Solomon 2, this is Job 9 and 24 speaking. Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 11, let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous. See, and what the scripture say? They lie in wait, they set snares and traps for the righteous people of the Lord. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraided us with our offending the law. You see, and that's what we tell them, man. You have passed bestiality laws, right? You done gave the transformers equal to act laws. That's not according to the laws of the Lord. The land Sabbath. When people go to court, you make them swear in on the Bible, but you judge them out of your penal codes and your statute. You don't judge them according to the law of the Lord. So it say, therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraided us with our offending the law, and objective to our infamy, the transgressions of our education, because that education is nothing. The Lord said the wisdom of the world is foolishness to him. You're going to chase a PhD, a bachelor's, associate's, a master's, going to get your real estate license, your LLC. The Lord don't care about that, man. He professes to have the knowledge of power, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord. And we are. We are the sons of God, man. Okay? We are the sons of God. When Jacob wrestled the angel, the Lord told Jacob, his name shall be no more Jacob, but Israel. Israel in Hebrew means Yahshua Allah. Yah meaning he, Shah is prince, Allah is power, God. Okay? Princes of power, man. So let's say he was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us, even to behold, for his life is not like other men's, his ways are of another fashion. You see, they say, this is what Job 9:24 say, he was made to reprove our thoughts. And we were, man. That's what the Lord set up you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indian, and Haitian men to reprove these devils' thought, man. They are hurt because of it, man. But they say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words should never hurt. That's a lie, man. According to these scriptures, words do hurt, man. Let me read it. Jeremiah 23 and 29, it reads, is not my word like as a fire, saith Yahweh, and like a hammer that break up the rock in pieces? So if this word break rocks in pieces, how much more bones, man? So this is 2 Peter chapter 2 and 7. It reads, and deliver just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. This is another way they are destroying, they are wearing out the saints, man, with all the filthy conversation that goes on around us, man. Okay? Through him changing times and law, through him thinking of changing times and laws, changing the laws of the Lord, right? Passing these different wicked laws. This is part of being vexed with filthy conversation. And deliver just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, for that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing, vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. Who's unlawful deeds? The Job 9:24s, man, who changed all the laws of the Lord. This is Ezekiel 9 and 4. And Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, go through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So these men that's crying, these men is vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, man. What is that? 2 Ezra 15 and 8. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. You see, the filthy conversation of what's going on in the earth, man, it vexes the hopeful elect, man. And the Lord said, because of it, because of the cries of the hopeful elect, he's going to bring judgment on these people, man. Let's get that in Genesis, in Exodus 2 and 23. This is Exodus 2 and 23. And it came to pass in the process of time that the king of Egypt died, and the children of Israel sighed by reason of the bondage, and they cried, and their cry came up unto God by reason of the bondage. You see, and power heard their groaning, and power remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob, and power looked upon the children of Israel, and power had respect unto them. So the Lord had to tell you that it was upon a time when the Lord didn't hear our prayers, man. It's Lamentations 3 and 44. Lamentations 3 and 44 reads, Thou hast covered thyself with a cloud, that our prayer should not pass through, right? But now the prayers of the hopeful elect are piercing the clouds, man. And that's why this kingdom is falling, man. This is Ecclesiastes 35 in verse 16. He that serveth the Lord, Yahweh Shemawashah, shall be accepted with favor, and his prayer shall reach unto the clouds. The prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds, until it come nigh, he will not be comforted, and will not depart till the Most High shall behold to judge righteously and execute judgment. Which lead me to this. Isaiah 62 and 6 reads, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silent, and give him no rest, till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. So you see, the prayers of the hopeful elect are piercing the clouds of the Lord, and these prayers are going up throughout the four corners of the earth, man. And now this devil kingdom is falling. Hey, and Job represented, when you read the story of Job, Job represented the hopeful elect going through trials and tribulations, adversities and afflictions, and overcoming it. Okay? Because the scriptures say in number 23 that there is no enchantments on Jacob, right? And they ain't talking about all of Israel, talking about the hopeful elect. So the things that we are going through, these trials and tribulations, these adversities and afflictions, is from the Lord, man. Just like the Lord tried Job, Job represented the hopeful elect going through these trials and tribulations, these adversities and afflictions, and overcoming it, man. Because the Lord is the one that sent Satan, man. This is you gotta remember in Job 2, right? This is Job 2 and 1. It reads, Again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. And Yahweh said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered Yahweh and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. What does that mean? This is what it means. This is Psalms 12 and 8. It reads, The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. So you got to remember in Psalm 17 and 13, the Lord said he uses the Job 9:24 for a whooping stick, right? So again, it says Psalms 12 and 8, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. What did Satan say to the Lord? Job 2 and 2. And the Lord said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered Yahweh and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. You see that? Again, Psalms 12 and 8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. So here's another one, 1 Peter 5 and 8. It reads, Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. So you got to understand, when the Lord puts you through trials and tribulations, adversity and afflictions, that's the Lord trying your patience, man. Okay, as I tell you in James 1, the trying of your faith, work of your patience, man. The Lord said, those that he chastened, he loveth, man. If you ain't getting chastened, if you ain't going through nothing, man, hey, you might need to check and see what's going on, man. So we know the Lord dealt with Job on a very spiritual level, man. And Job represented the elect going through trials and tribulations, adversities and afflictions in Babylon the Great and around the world, and overcoming it, man. Because 2/3 ain't gonna overcome this. This is James 5 and 10. Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of Yahweh Shemashah, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. You see, behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of Yahweh Shemashah, that Yahweh Shemashah is very pitiful and of tender mercy. So this devil is vexed, man. They are pissed off. Why? Because the Lord say he's going to set up the hopeful elect in the end days, and they going to reprove the Job 9 and 24s. And they can't do nothing about it, man. Okay? They put us to shame. Now we are reproving them, man. How cold the Lord is, man. This is Jeremiah 15 and 11. It reads, Yahweh said, verily, it shall be well with thy remnant. Verily, I will cause the enemy to entreat thee well in the time of evil and in the time of affliction, man. So, hey, don't worry about the what else, man. Have faith, belief, man, that Yahweh Shemashah is going to deliver you out of anything, everything, all the time, man. No matter what situation it is, man. This is how the Lord deal with the hopeful elect, man. The lesson I did the other day, right? He nourished the hopeful elect through discipline and mercy. Guess what? He's nourishing the 2/3 through folly and wrath, man. And as I tell you, Ecclesiastes 8, though a sinner do evil 100 times, man, right? We know that it shall go well with the hopeful elect, man. So don't worry about it. Envy not though. Don't envy the oppressor. Don't envy what 2/3 of Jake doing, man. Though it seems like they getting away with it, they are not getting away with it, man. This is Proverbs 16 and 7. That's why Solomon said, man, at the end of the whole end of the game, man, hey, fear your heart by Shema Shai and keep his commandments. This is the whole duty of man. Everything else gonna cause you to fall, man. Every time. Proverbs 16 and 7. When a man's ways please Yahweh by Shema Shai, he maketh even his enemies that be at peace with him. No matter what the situation is, man. But you gotta believe this for yourself. You got to understand this is how the Lord deal with each and every one of us through the Spirit. That's a hope that's of the hopeful elect, man. Lord willing, we be of the elect number. This is how the Lord deal with the hopeful elect, man. Everything is done through the Spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. Everything, man. Everything is done through the Spirit, man. This is, see, these devils is hurt because they are being reproved, man. Let me get this. Isaiah 13 and 2, it reads, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, and Babylon the Great is the highest mountain on the planet, man. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. What's the banner, man? Telling the hopeful elect to return, okay? Repent. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. That 12 tribe sign is the banner, man. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also commanded my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. I have commanded my sanctified ones. These are the hopeful elect. I have also called my mighty ones, the angels, man. As the scripture tell you, the angels desire to look into everything that goes on the earth, dealing with the hopeful elect and the 2/3, man. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. He said for his anger. What did the Lord say? He told his men to do what? Isaiah 58 and 1. This is the Lord's anger. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. This is the Lord's anger, man. And though it's coming through men that's giving it to you humble, some brothers in a different spirit, but they giving you sound doctrine, man. Okay? This is the Lord's anger. Cry loud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people my transgressions, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. So the Lord say, Isaiah 13:2, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. And that's why Yahweh Shah said this in Matthew. It's Matthew 28 in verse 18. And Yahweh Shah came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. He said, teach all nations, because 2/3 and 1/3, we are all scattered. All 12 tribes of Israel are scattered amongst all heathen nations, man. So the hopeful elect and the 2/3 got to hear it, and the heathen got to hear that judgment as well, man. That's why he said in Revelation chapter 5, and that's why these devils is hot, man, because the hand is being shaken at these devils, man, and they can't do nothing about it. Revelations 5:9, it said, and they sung a new song, saying, thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seal thereof, for thou wast slain, to my Yahweh, and has redeemed us to God by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. You see, and has made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. Because the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, is establishing his son's kingdom on the earth, man. So he said, he have called us, has redeemed us to God by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. So the gospel got to go out throughout the four corners of the earth, man. And that's why you got brothers standing in the highways and hedges throughout the four corners of the earth, shaking their hand at the high mountains, man. The kingdoms, the government that they are standing in, man, shaking their hand at them, that the people may go into the gates of the nobles and say, we got to do something about these guys, man. They every weekend they're running our night, they're running our weekend. All they're talking about is judgment is coming. Keep telling us judgment is coming and to repent. Well, the Lord said it, man. The Lord said it. Let's read again. Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. So again, Isaiah 13:2 it reads, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them. You see? It ain't say get a bullhorn. It say exalt the voice unto them, shake thy hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. You see? And this is why they are hot, man. And this is why they're taking down videos. This is why they're clipping channels, man. Because brothers are standing in the highways and hedges, shaking their hands at them, man. But the Lord said, I will set them in order before thy eyes, and they shall reprove thee. And what did the Job 9:24 say? In Wisdom of Solomon 2? Just read again. He was made to reprove our thoughts. Psalms 50, right? In 21. These things has I done, and I kept silent. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. You see that? And that's why in Wisdom of Solomon 5, it tell you that. Then shall a righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as has afflicted him and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. You see? And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all they look for. So these devils is in terrible fear, man. Let's read this in Ecclesiastes 12:3. And we know it. Just because you don't see them, that don't mean nothing, man. Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. That's talking about your higher ups, man. They trembling, man. And the Lord said in 2 Thessalonians 2:8, he shall consume them by the spirit of his mouth, man. And it's these words, man. Oh, let's get this. Hosea chapter 6:5 reads, therefore have I hewed them, Hewed mean to be chopped down. Constantly chop that, man. And this word is constantly going out. As Apostle could always say, repetition is the father of skill, man. Okay? He got another quote he always say, hey, if words don't teach, adversity will, man. Therefore have I healed them by the prophets. I have slain them by the words of my mouth. And thy judgment are as the light that goeth forth, man. So this truth is destroying these devils, man. And they can't do nothing about it. So my closing precept is Zephaniah 3 and 18. I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly, those that repented, those that turn back to Yahweh Shemam Shah. As I tell you in Isaiah 55 and 6, seek ye the Lord while he may be found, call upon him while he is near. In Ecclesiastes 12 and 1, it say, seek thy creator in the day of thy youth while the evil days come not. Right? They say, remember thy creator in the days of thy youth while the evil days come not. Zephaniah 3 and 18. I will gather them that are sorrowful, the ones that repented, that turn back to the Lord, for the solemn assembly. They say, who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden, which was on all 12 tribes of Israel, right? It reads, behold, at that time will I undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halted, and gather her that was driven out. And I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. And at that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all the people of the earth when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith Yahweh Shema Shah. So Lord say, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame, man. You see that? So now they've been put, it say they that put us to shame, now they are being put to shame by being reproved, man, by the same ones that they put to shame. As a matter of fact, let me get this. Amos 7. No, this is Amos chapter 9, right? This is the Lord said. This is Amos 9 and 13. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Shema Shah, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper. Who is the plowman? You so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, working in the fields, the sugar cane fields, the cotton fields, right? Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh Shema Shah, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and the treader of grapes, him that soweth seed, and the mountains shall drop with sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt. You see that? And I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel, and they shall build away cities and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and drink the wine thereof. They shall also make gardens and eat of the fruit. You see? And I will plant them upon the land, and they shall no more be pulled out of their land, which I have given them, saith Yahweh Shema Shaddai power. So Lord was edifying, got to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all Israel, really accepted or not. And a sincere salutation to all the ark and pushing this truth and believing this truth, that the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hope for the elect. And shalom to the world who are listening and learning. If your sisters who are listening and learning, Lord was edifying to the next time I say shalom. Well, abal. The wife for tuning in. May Yahweh Shema Shah continue blessing your houses. Stay prayed up. There's another precept that I had I want to close with. This is Numbers 23 and 23, which I quoted it. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. So these devils with their witchcraft, their soothsayers, right? Their warlock, their witchery and warlock, right? As I tell you in Isaiah 47, the Lord told them to stand now with thy enchantments, right? With your stargazers and your monthly prognosticators. None of this is going to work on the whole elect. But on 2/3, they have already been taken, man. Okay? It says, surely there is no enchantment against Jacob. This is talking about the whole elect. Neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said to Jacob and of Israel will have power wrought. You see that? So there's none of these devils can do against the hopeful elect, man. There is nothing these devils can do against the hopeful elect, man. That you gotta believe it in your spirit, man. You gotta stay heavy in the spirit, man. Cause these devils can't do nothing, man. And if you got a problem you're dealing with these devils, hey, put that curse on them, man. Hey, so until next time, I say shalom.